And here we go. Growth happens when you do, write that down. Growth happens when you do. Oh, hi, Olga. You popped in the screen. Hey, girl. The things you feel unqualified to do. Growth happens when you do the things you feel unqualified to do. Who's been doing a lot of growing this last year? Yeah, right, yeah. You're doing a whole bunch of things that you feel unqualified to do. And then through the growth, you allow yourself to show yourself that you are limitless. You see what I'm saying here? I'm saying the only limitations that you have are the fears that you refuse to face. Let me say this again. The fears you refuse to face become your limitations. Hello. Or, my friends, you recognize that you were put here in this world, in this body, to continuously grow, meaning show yourself your capability through the growth of doing things you feel you are unqualified to do. Wow. Key word here is feel. Who goes around saying you're qualified or you're not qualified? Maybe if you apply to some 9-to-5 or a career, I've never done it, but has anybody been overqualified for a job? Have you guys ever had that before? Really? That's a thing, huh? Really? That's a thing. You apply, you feel good, and I mean, what is that conversation like? Hey, so you're actually overqualified for this job. You're too good for it. We can't hire you. Is that how it goes? Yo, what the fuck? Yeah, okay, well, I guess that's like the most inverted compliment I've ever heard, but okay. Whatever. Outside of that, for you in your own personal life, what is the thing that's qualifying you for what you can have, become, accept, experience, gain? Like, what is the thing that says you're unqualified for your desires, your dreams, and your aspirations? I think we can pretty much all agree. Yeah, it's not me, Shauna, because you are the awareness of the thing that is trying to disqualify you. It's the ego, right? Stage 2, when it comes to ego, you can't kill off your ego. If God is all that is, what is the devil? If God is all that is, what is the devil? Hello. Hello, God. Hello. Whoa, hey, oh, whoa, hold on. Oh, did that peak? That hit somebody? Oh, that's God. Ego, kind of. Ego. Who remembers the acronym? Does anybody remember? There's 2 acronyms for ego. Come on, put it in the chat. Come on, what do we got? What do we got? Acronym of ego. EGO. Edging God out. That's one of them. Great job, Jake. That's one of them. Edging God out. Who remembers the other one? Does anybody remember? Going once. Going twice. Going 3 times. The second acronym of ego. Earth guide only. Earth guide only. See, your earth guide, your earth version of yourself, is the version of yourself that's manifested in, quote unquote, physical reality. And in physical reality is where you feel things, emotions, feelings, thoughts, etc. Yeah? Your spiritual aspect of yourself is not a physical aspect of yourself. So does your spiritual self feel things? I don't think so. I think it has intelligence manifested in a body so that a body can feel things on earth. Hello, somebody. One power clap. So here's what I want you guys to understand really quick. Let me show you the power of your mind. Pins down. Show me your hands. Show me your hands. Okay. Look at your wrists really quick. You have lines on your wrist right here, yeah? Can you guys align those and place your fingers together? I want you to look. You're going to see one of your hands is a tad bit longer. If you look at my screen, it's going to be my left hand. Do you see that? Is one of you guys got the weird hand? Maybe some of you guys, okay, you guys got that? Okay, shake your hands out. Let's do this again. Align it just to double check. Just to double check. Okay, yeah, so my left hand is a tad bit, at least on my middle finger, my left hand is a little bit longer. Look at your shorter hand. Look at your shorter hand. Out loud, I want you to say this 9 times. Grow now. Say that. Out loud, say it. Grow now. But you have to look at your hand. Grow now. Grow now. There's 3. We've got 6 more. Let's go. Grow now. Grow now. Grow now, grow now, grow now. I want you guys to go ahead and do that same thing and tell me if it's at the equal length, wow, or longer. Mine is at the equal length. You can literally see it. Thumbs up if it happened to you too. On an atomic level, meaning the cells in your body, you took the power of your mind and grew your fucking finger. Yo, you saw it. You saw it. You spoke it. You didn't have any intentions against it. And here it is. Bam. Look, it's still that way. What happens when you think about your bank and you say, grow now? Grow now. Grow now. Grow now. You're placing things in a very specific way. See, what I'm looking for you guys to understand is who said that your hand was incapable of growing? Is it something that you knew or is it something that you thought? Hey, I think we're getting somewhere. Let's talk about this ego thing. Edging God out. Can I grow other parts? Listen, I can't pay attention to the damn chat because it's gonna fuck me up. I gotta stay focused, okay? I gotta stay focused. Telegram me, damn it. So what I'm talking about though, guys, is the power of your mind is one thing. The power of intention is another thing. But when you are not disqualifying yourself from what you are able to allow yourself to receive, what if your ego or your limitations or your blocks are only have standing legs because you're giving them a position and a place in your mind that says, I'm blocked and I must go unblock myself. I'm limited, so I must go unlimit myself, break through my limitations. This is what blew Shauna's mind off yesterday. What if you do not need to bring your past or your memory into your current moment? That then fucks up the new identity that you're trying to anchor in this moment. What if it's just as simple as not caring to energetically, emotionally keep the memory of your old self in this moment? What if we can fully just submit to what we see in our head, what we feel in our heart, without casting an enter or a counter intention? You following? Thumbs up. I'm going to show you. It doesn't have to make sense right now. Just catch on to what I'm saying. What was the quote I had you write down? Go ahead and read it back to yourself. Growth happens when you do the things you feel unqualified to do. My second question is, who here is doing a lot of growing? Hands up, show me again. That makes sense. If you are able to allow yourself to do what you're unqualified for, you realize what you are capable of. With that said, you are capable of learning anything. I didn't say doing anything, but learning? Ooh, man. What can you not learn? What can you not learn? With enough time, focus, energy, and intention, what can you not learn? Here's what I want you to grasp with what I'm talking to you about. Can you learn more about what you're capable of rather than your memory and what you're comparing yourself to? Where focus goes, energy flows. Write this down. I mature with wisdom, not with age. I mature with wisdom, not with age. Wisdom. How does one gain wisdom? I'm just going to give you the shortcut to it. It's called pain. Pain. Experience. How does one gain wisdom? Pain. Without pain, there is no reason to try something or try the thing a different way. Do you see what I'm saying here? Who here is an entrepreneur? Would like to have a business one day and all that? Who here tried one thing in your business, failed? You try a different way, failed. Try a different way, failed. And guess what? Each and every single time, what is the pain doing? Growing. And what are you simultaneously gaining? Wisdom on how not to do something. You see how this goes? So is it the threshold of pain that's the equivalent factor to the wealth of knowledge and wisdom that you have? I think so. But beyond that, it's what are you doing with the wisdom? What are you doing with the wisdom? What are you doing with the wisdom? Let me tell you, if you are focused on the story that says I'm a failure, this isn't working, you're doing nothing with the wisdom, and you're creating an identity out of a victim-based mentality that only performs a giant spectacle of fucking limitations in front of you, constantly, continuously. Let me summarize it in a quote like this. Life happens to everyone, but what you choose to do with what happens is your choice. And it's either you're going to meet your destiny or you're going to meet your misery. It's that simple. 2.5 months, 3.5 months ago, I watched my lovely woman give birth to my son who was born in heaven. Whoa. It's a pretty intense thing to go through. But let me tell you, I could say, you know what, because that happened, I'm a shitty father, this is my fault, what the hell did Heather do, what am I gonna do, this is the end of my business. 2.5, 3 months later, I move into my $1 million home in my beautiful state of Florida, and I get to experience life in a whole nother realm of love. It's not what happened, it's what I chose to do with what happened. Making sense? So write this down. What am I capable of? Just write down that simple question. Write down second question. Second question is, what is possible for me? What is possible for me? And what is capable? You can feel with those two questions, guys, where your focus is going. Let me tell you what victim-based mentality individuals say. Why does this happen to me? It's still a question, but it's a question going in a different focus. Here's another victim-based mentality question. How do I fix this? Dumb question. Dumb question. A better question, but still a dumb question. How do I make $1 million? That was the dumb question that I kept on asking myself. How do I make myself $1 million? I got a question for you. You guys ready? The question is what disqualifies you from being a millionaire? What is it? What is it? What disqualifies you from being able to have a vision, have a feeling, and then manifest it? What disqualifies you from that power? Again, Andre, what do you think?
Nothing.
Nothing. Hey, good question. Good answer, dude. Yes, nothing. Unless you fight for the fucking limitation that says, I can't have this because I'm not that. I can't have this because I don't know enough yet. I can't have this because I don't need it. Guys, let me tell you this one more time. I don't have a degree to my name. But at one point I had more degrees working for me than a fucking thermometer. Do you understand what I'm talking about? I don't have a degree to my name. I'm over here having people pay me thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to listen to me speak. What fucking world am I living in? I'm living in the world that said I can do anything as long as I do not fight for the limitations that keep me away from God. I'm reinadvertently talking to your subconscious mind, telling you that you're limitless right now, and the only reason why you may not have what you want to have, be where you want to be, is only because the story that you're talking and telling on a consistent basis. Tell a new story. Give a new meaning. Give a new destination. Give a new definition. Following? Let's talk about some money. Yeah. Who's going to be rich? Yeah. Cool. Money does not go to those that need it. Money does not go to those, watch this, and I got this shit down to a science, that would like to get out of financial insecurity. Money does not go to those that would like to get out of their scarcity, out of their debt, out of their worry. Money is not made. You do not make money. No. Money is not a trade of time. That's the biggest fallacy. If you give me an hour of your life, I'll give you $25 in return for it. You're telling your subconscious that you are worth $25 an hour. There's a limitation that's been introduced on a subconscious level. Hey, you want to go to the movies? Oh, I don't know if I can. I only make $17 an hour, and that $17 is only going to be able to last me this meal. So I don't know if you see all the limitation that spawns off of you constricting your energy down to a numerical thing that doesn't even fucking exist. Please write down these three I gave my big guys this, my main guys this. These three are the main three factors that keep you in a low vibration. The first one is time. If you operate in linear time, then you get put into a position in a place of waiting, a paradigm of, I'll be happy when God wants me to, a paradigm of, I have to put in 4 years into this degree in order to get eligible so I can be qualified to make this or to have that title. What jackasses. So time is the first limitation. We're going to break through that. Second thing, environment. I was once talking with one of my clients, and my client said, hey, you know what? Brendan, I think I got it. I think in my environment right now, I'm surrounded by really shitty people. The freaking negativity is through the roof. I can't concentrate. I think that if I move out of this entire state, I'm going to be able to be free. And while that maybe makes sense, watch, you can move away from the people, but you're bringing the same mindset with you. Anybody here ever experienced the same situation with different people? You break up with the person, and then you go through the same exact relationship with a different person. You see how that goes? You leave the career, you get into the new career, and it's the same, if not fucking worse. You meet new people, new friend groups, because you don't want to do the same things. You don't want to drink. You don't want to party. You don't want to go out there. And the next thing you know, these people are like the kings and queens of fucking making bad decisions. Anybody, hands up if you've experienced this. Exactly. So the environment does play a role, the external one, but the real environment is our internal world. You're not going to be able to escape the limitations that are self-imposed from the behaviors that you've been keeping. You want to change your life? You got to change your behaviors. You don't got to go anywhere. Third thing, remember what I gave everybody this, reasoning, logically killing something to death. We've been taught how to think. Simultaneously, we've been seduced away from being connected to our intuition. We've been taught how to think. Now, we're going to take it deep. Just stick with me. You guys are doing great. Stick with me, okay? If you look at prisons and you look at elementary schools, Tell me the difference outside of age. I'm sure there's probably a few, but sit down, be quiet, stay in this room. We're going to have lunch period or recess here or there. The thing is, Shauna says jail cells. What is a jail cell? A jail cell is nothing but what's happening inside of your own fucking head. Because you can go out somewhere and you can distract yourself, but guess what? You're still carrying that same jail cell around with you because you're not allowing yourself to break through it. Oh, man. See, what I'm looking for you guys to understand is, let me just say this. There's been a systemic programming for all of us that has kept us in a box. Let's take it another level, okay? Look at my screen right now. What size or what shape is it? It's a rectangle. Look around my room. How many boxes do you see, or rectangles or squares? Look at the desk that you're probably sitting in front of. What is the proportion? What is the shape? The room you're in, what's the shape look like? How about the phone you're looking at, or maybe the phone that's right next to you? What is the shape of that? What happens if you go into your pantry and you look at what? More boxes and squares. But if I were to tell you to go into nature right now, where is the straight line in nature? Where's a straight line in nature? The sun's not even fucking straight, dude. It's a circle. Our oval, our faces, everything. Somebody said the horizon is straight. Try again. In nature, where is there a straight line? So there's a manufactured nature that's built out of boxes and squares. And then there's the nature of reality that has no lines. Let me tell you why. Get ready. This is exactly why time is not a linear thing. Time is an experience in this moment. How are you experiencing time right now? Are you experiencing a limited time? A conditional time? A lifetime of limitation? Oh, or can we set ourselves free? Starting with money. Let's dive on in, baby. All right, guys, I'm going to share my screen with you. Lock and load and lock. Can you guys see these faces back here? Can you guys see this? Maybe? Nah, it's all right. It's okay. It's okay. Whatever. Chill. Okay, so I'm going to teach you about money, but I want you to let this rest on the ears of your heart rather than the ears of your head. Cool? I want you to be able to breathe this in and exhale. Exhale out all the other bullshit. Everything that you've been learned, we're just going to flip it on its head, going to call it good. If you do what I show you, you're going to be all right. Hey, here we go. Thumbs up when you can see my screen here. Cool. I'm going to zoom up on it. I promise you I will be dropping. Hold on, wait a minute. Oh, shit. I will be dropping this in the community with the replay here in a sec. So don't feel like you're going to miss anything or lose anything. What I have you do is really just kind of lock in to what epiphanies you're about to have. Now, the reason why I know what the hell I'm talking about, guys, is because what did I tell you about how wisdom is gained? Wisdom is gained by pain. There's a pain of not being able to pay a bill. Then there's the pain of having an employee's wife call you in tears because you weren't able to pay her husband, and because of that, she cannot feed her babies. And you would give your left foot if you can, you donate plasma if you can, but there is no way that you can give them money so that she can feed her babies, because if I do that, then I can't feed mine. Everybody wants to be a business owner and an entrepreneur, but nobody wants to go through the pain to gain the wisdom so that you can do it right the next time. The reason why I know what I'm capable of is because of the wisdom that I have, the pain that I felt and gone through. It's making sense? Now, I don't say that as a sob story. I say that because in that certain level of pain, you learn to get it fucking right. And let me tell you, I got it. And yeah, now you're about to. So, money, baby, money. You guys see the screen here? Let me read this out loud to you. Money can be viewed as a spiritual energy that represents the exchange of value and interconnectedness of all things. Kind of sounds like God. It can also be linked to a complexity of emotions, feelings, and behaviors. For example, each person has money messages based on their past experiences, what they observed, and what they were taught. Who grew up, let's just call it out, underneath some shitty money mindsets from their parents? Anyone? It sounds like this. Money doesn't grow on trees. I don't have money for that. That's too expensive. We're going broke. Only really shitty people have money. Oh, well, if you make more money than me, then that means that you must be stealing or cheating or lying or destroying. Hey, if you make any more money, you got to give me some of that because of all the things that I bought you when you were a kid. See, what I'm looking for you to understand is in order for us to be able to allow money to come to us, we first must allow ourselves to let go of the quote-unquote limitations that our ego wants to hold on to. This has nothing to do with healing. Healing is for people that think they need to heal. You're healed now. Money, like energy, flows throughout the universe. Guess what? You are the universe. It represents an exchange of value in the interconnectedness of all things. Viewing money as a spiritual energy allows you to recognize the abundance that exists within and around us. That's kind of like the complex version. Let's break it down here. Can you guys see my screen here? Money has ears, and those ears belong to a woman. Ladies in the back say hey. I have a beautiful, beautiful bride to be. Let me unshare this real quick so I can see. If every single time I got home and Heather was here, if I did not let her out of the house, if I was very insecure, had her call me every single hour, had her text me whenever she's leaving or doing anything, having her send pictures of my children so I know that they're safe, very constrictive. Believe it or not, I don't think Heather's going to want to stick around in that relationship. If you are treating your money like an insecure man, money does not want to flow through you or to you because your energy is operating out of lack, worry, fear, and doubt. It's not that you're blocking the money, you're just not in alignment with it. Is that making sense? Thumbs up? So write this quote down. It's not on my piece of paper, but it paints a beautiful explanation of this. It's hard to receive with a closed fist. So if I have my fist that's closed, holding on to the last money that I have, this is the last few dollars, but oh my gosh, it comes out to the exact amount of money it is to hire Master Johnson as a mentor, and this is all that I have in my account, and it's going to require me to let go of my money. Oh my gosh, what the fuck? Anybody been there? Scariest thing ever. Yeah, everybody's nodding, right? You're not alone. But it's hard to receive from what? A closed fist. If you're tight, nothing can flow. If you're restricted, nothing can flow. If you're scarce, nothing can flow. The reason why it's so painful is not because you're afraid to let go. It's because you're afraid of not having more of. Right? So, leading back to the screen here, if I can get you to understand that that's a limitation, that's not a fact. Oops, wrong button. That's a limitation. That's not a fact. So then, if you would like more money, view yourself worthy of it. We'll talk about that in a second. Bob Proctor says, does your thinking control your bank account, or does your bank account control your thinking? I want to do this, but I only have this. Limitation, felt in the physical realm, not in the spiritual one. You see what's going on here? And then we buy into those feelings, which then leads us into our past. Money mindset. We're also going to be talking deeper on the money state of mind. So check it out. Let's go ahead and break on into this. Ebbs and flows. Who's seen this training already? I know Shauna has. Okay, well, what element is in front of you? Just say it out loud. Water. I live in a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place in Florida, and sometimes I'll be driving looking for alligators, saw two by the way, and I'll come across a body of water that does not have an outlet. The water that stays there, what does it look like? I bet you guys can tell me. Tell me in the chat. Tell me in the chat. What does that water look like? The water that doesn't have any circulation coming in or leaving. Let me see here. What does it look like? Remember, it's nice and moist and warm here. Let's see. Stale. Andrew says stale. Jacob says glass. Murky, maybe. Think about it like this. If there's water in the heat that does not have any circulation, it starts to build bacteria and algae and murky and swampy kind of water. It does not have any fluidity. It does not have any circularity. So let's look at these words and show you how the systems put this right in front of your face. If you think about a bank, what is an embankment? An embankment of water is a holding place of water. And what does bank hold? Everybody out loud? Money. Okay, so when we speak about currency, what is water can typically be found when it's moving? Current, a current of water. Why do they say cash flow? Cash flow. What about water flow? All the rap songs, it's time to make it rain. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. Make it rain. Who's ever had their bank frozen because of some fraud bullshit? Yes, currently went through that just not too recently. What does water do? Freeze. Think about this and visualize this. If we want wealth accumulation, what do the clouds do before it rains? It accumulates, it builds the density of itself. Pause. Listen to what I said. Wealth accumulation, in order for it to rain, a cloud builds the density of what? Itself. You want more money? You must build the internal value and generate the internal feeling of value before it starts to rain on your life. Let me make it make so much sense for you. All of the doubt, fear, worry that you have felt consistently made what rain on you a few weeks later? A whole bunch of problems and worry and fear and scarcity and limitation and doubt and reasons why you're not AKA worthy. So if we generate a different feeling consistently, then what's going to happen with everything in your life? Is this making sense? So what I'm looking now for you guys to understand is, let me show you how money's made. Look at my people here. Find a person on here and tell me which one is your favorite in the chat. Which one is your favorite? I got some badass people on this sheet. Oh, come on. Come on. I got to see. Which one is your guys' favorite or the one that you recognize most? Let's see. Oh, The Rock. Andrew says Carolina. Be Water, my friend. MJ, Michael Jackson. Yes. Were they generating value in their craft before the money, or did the money come and then they generated the value of themselves? Which one came first, damn it? Which one came first? Before the world knew their name, did they know themselves? Do you think that they were limiting themselves, or do you think that they always were asking, what's possible of me? What am I capable of? Come on. You want more money in your life? I need you to find your craft and master it. Let go of the scarcity, the limitation, the worry of not having right now. Completely focus in on what it is that you are here for. What if God put you here to play your way to your success? Listen to this. Here we go. Flow state. Oh, there's another flow word right there. You align with the energetic flow of money when you're not thinking. What? Who here, do you remember at the beginning of our call, I said, hey, who here does too much thinking? You guys remember that? I promise you, when you get into a position in a place where things that you are allowing yourself to flow with is going to bring you out of your thinking, putting you into the experience of time. How are you experiencing your time? In your mind or in your heart? Money is you. When you feel the best, you align with the best. Because aren't you what you attract? Come on, I can keep taking this deeper. So let's go ahead and continue forward. Here we go. This right here, I want you to imprint this on your brain, my friends. You are an energetic being who is meant to use your gift to express your highest joy. Then bring that light to someone in need, then to inspire them to do the same for others. Let me make it make sense. This is what I do, what you guys are listening to me teach and preach to you right now. I right now am expressing my highest joy. I love this shit. And as I am doing it, I am bringing that light to someone in need. That's you guys. And then you guys, for some reason, have an inspiration to go inspire other individuals to be able to do what they love, have money flow to them, and then be able to experience a very prosperous and powerful life doing what you love. Who here feels like this knowledge that I'm teaching you, you're going to be teaching, or maybe you already are? Exactly. So the secret in this message is there's no doing. There's just more of you seeing what you're capable of. Two giant words. Stay focused. Stay focused. You're almost there, guys. Here we go. What is the only thing that you would do even if you had no money? Talk about that in a second. Now, here we go, because we're going to deep dive in. Here it is. Energy, frequency, and vibration. Just remember these three things. Is your energy expansive or contractive? At all times of the day, is your energy expansive or contractive? Frequency. Range or sustained. Vibration, power and conviction. Deeper example. Here's what it is. How do you feel about money? Expansive or scarce? What is your feeling? In other words, what is your feeling around money? Is it expansive or is it scarce? And what is your vibration? In other words, through your day, do you feel more consistent in your contraction around your life or in your expansion around your life? Are you looking to see what's possible and what's capable of you? Or are you more so honed in and focused on what you can't do, what you can't have, what's missing? You see how this goes? So let me go ahead and finish this off with a story. There was a time, well, pulse check real quick. Thumbs up if you're still rocking with me. We're all right. You guys aren't dead. Big smiles. Are you okay? I know it's a lot hitting your brain. I get it. I've been waiting for this all week, man. I'm just saying, I ain't missing here. There was a time where, like I said, I was literally doing all the things and things were only getting worse. And it got to a point where I was completely just, fuck it. broken, and then everything worked itself out. And I got reminded of something in that, but then I want to tell you why I got reminded of it. I have a beautiful daughter, Andre's niece. Her name is Lila. Lila Atlas, myself and Heather, just 2 days ago, decided that, you know what? We're going to go to McDonald's. Let's go to McDonald's. Let's go play in the play place. And the reason is, it's a little windy here, a little bit colder here, and Mimi, which is my mom, sent Lila and Atlas a surprise box from Mimi. So we cut open the surprise box, and there's a new outfit, and of course, Lila is a model, so she needs to wear this new outfit out. So what we do is we decide to go ahead and drive and explore, and we get to the McDonald's, we get to the inner play place. Everything was going quite awesome. And what ended up happening next was so easy to miss, but I got it. Atlas and Mom went to the front of the McDonald's place to order the chicken nuggets and to get the toys and the Happy Meals. Meanwhile, I stayed back in the play place with Lila, and I'm looking at Lila, and I see these kids playing, and, I'm just checking my surroundings, and everything is fine. And, I hear Lila say, "Daddy, look at me. Daddy, look at me. Daddy, do you see me? Do you see me? Daddy, look at me. I see you, babe. I see you. Dad, watch this. Dad, look at this. Dad, do you see my outfit? I see you, babe. I see you." And this is a constant thing for like 15 minutes. And as I look through the window at Heather and Atlas, I see that she's going to need help carrying the food. So I get up, and I don't announce to Lila, "Hey, I'm going to go help Mom." I just went, and I can see her out of the peripheral, right? And I go to help, and I see Lila slide down the slide, and she gets out of the slide, and she stands up, and she's completely horrified, mortified. You can see her shoulders drop. You can see her face go from happy to sad. You can practically see the color of her face drain. And I'm seeing this through the window, and I can't necessarily hear her, but I can see her. And I see her mouth muster, "Dad." And I can see her mouth muster again, "Daddy." So then as I see this, and I can see her whole 4-year-old world come down, I can basically feel her thoughts saying, "They left me. I'm alone. They forgot about me." These were the emotions on her face. They left me. I'm alone. Where's my dad? So I slowly walk around the corner, and as I get closer to it, I start to hear the break in her voice. "Dad, Dad, Dad." And she starts to kind of find her voice again. "Dad, Dad." And I just turn around the corner, and as her eyes met mine, she saw a glimmer of hope, and I said, "I see you." I said, "I see you, babe." She comes running to me. I drop down to a knee, and she embraces me, and I'm hugging her inside of McDonald's. And she says, "Dad, you left me. You left me." And I said, "Baby, I will always see you. I'll always see you." I said, "Look at me." So she comes up, we break apart from her hug, and she's looking at me in her eyes. I'm looking at her in her eyes, and I say, "Lila, I see you." And guys, instantly, that moment, right part of my brain, I hear a voice that says, "And I see you." True as shit. And I see you. Just those, "and I see you." So as I'm looking in my daughter's eyes, which is God, I see God, and I hear a voice that is God say, "And I see you." See, and in this moment, as I'm looking at my daughter and freaking McDonald's, I see the life start to come back to my daughter's eyes. I see the smile start to come back to her eyes. I see the color start coming back to her eyes. I put her down, and before I can say "I love you," she's off and playing again. I tell you the story because I know what it's like for you to feel like you're not being seen. I know what it's like as an entrepreneur or as a person that feels like the weight of the world is on you. And I'm here to tell you, from just one human to another human, conscious speaking to conscious, you're seen. You've always been seen, even when it feels like you're not being watched. Do you feel me when I tell you that? You are being seen, and the world is going to see you when it's time for the world to see you. But in order for you to be seen by the world, my friends, I first need you to take the limitations away so that you can see the real you that's capable and possible of allowing and accepting all of the money through an energetic practice that then is going to fund your entire dreams, because now you're living a godly life, not a scarcity life. You are the only thing that's holding you away from all the things that God has for your life. And in order for you to operate and get to that point in place, it's not your confidence that's going to get you there. It's your fucking Godfidence. And when you know that you're being seen, then you get to operate in Godfidence that allows you to be able to take step by step by step and trust your intuition. And if it doesn't look right, feel right, seem right, it's not the end. It's only the beginning. If your faith is to be tested, then here is your opportunity to allow your faith to be rewarded. Everybody's so quick to bring their problems to God, but nobody wants to bring God to their problems.
Good shit, little brother. Good shit. All right.
But what I'm looking for you guys to understand is I'm not better than you. I just may have felt my own dose of pain with a different kind of story attached to it. I'm no greater than you. I may just coming from a different angle that's a little bit more supportive rather than counteractive. Anything that you've seen in your imagination is a preview of life's coming attractions. But my friends, it's very simple. And I really want you to hear me on this. Growth happens when you do the things that you are unqualified to do. When you feel like you're unqualified to do them. And in order for you to know what you're capable of, it's required for you to grow. And as you grow and deepen the connection to God in you. My work ethic and your willpower will take you far, but God's will in your life, the correct alignment, will take you places you have no idea about. Just like Michael Jackson or The Rock, or those that said, "Fuck fear, I'm going to master my craft." Ladies and gentlemen, I will be posting this inside of the community, and I want you all to understand you're bigger than your problems. You are not the master of your circumstances. You're the master of alignment. If you find yourself grinding, you should be doing more aligning. Worked for me, and I know it's going to work for you. I am Master Johnson. You guys are masters in training. You are not the victim to your reality. You are simply the architect of it. And because I am, everything is. And because you are, everything is. Stay aligned, stay focused, and I'll see you soon.